Hello folks, Sean here with my channel 300 Baud, and today we're going to take a look at the Nintendo DS. The first system here is the original Nintendo DS. This was released in 2004, in November 2004. It represents the 7th generation gaming systems. The introductory price was $150, selling 154 million systems worldwide, being discontinued in 2013. It offers backward compatibility with the Game Boy Advance. It has 2 ARM processors, 4 megabytes of RAM. It has 2 TFT LCD screens with a resolution of 256 by 192 pixels, which happens to be the same resolution as the original Atari 8-bit computer line. And it has Wi-Fi connectivity. Let's take a look at the case design of the Nintendo DS. This is the original system from 2004. Along the front we've got our volume slider. We've got our Game Boy Advance cartridge slot there. And we've got our headphone jack. On the back side, we've got our shoulder buttons on the left and right. We've got our pen holder for our touch screen. This is a holder for our hand strap, our DS cartridge port, and our power port. When we open up the system, we've got our power, our D-pad, our touch screen at the bottom, second screen at the top. On the right, we have our select and start buttons, and we have our action buttons down below. Turning on the Game Boy, we're prompted with a health and safety warning, so I have to touch. This one's set up so that it comes up with the menu, so I can select Mario 64 DS, or I can start a Game Boy Advance game. So the DS, it can't tell what game is installed as a Game Boy Advance, but we'll go ahead and launch that one. This is a game called Bomberman. For me, this is a lot of fun. Oh shoot. I do like the power button on the original DS. Okay, the second system that I have here is the DS Lite. This is the follow-on to the original DS. So you'll notice it is smaller. It offered slightly larger and brighter screens, so we have 2 of them now. Same processor speed, same memory capacity. So along the front, we've got our volume control. We have the cover for the Game Boy Advance cartridge port. We've got our headphone jack. This is where our stylus goes. We've got our power. Now it's a slide switch. We have our shoulder buttons. This is where we put our wrist strap. Here's our cartridge port. And we have our power port. Nothing really to see on the bottom. We do have a removable battery, which is nice. When we open up the DS, we have our D-pad. They've added a microphone. We've got our start and select buttons and our action buttons. So turning the system on. We have slightly larger and brighter screens. And I'm going to go ahead and start Mario Kart here. Sure. Shoot. Lots of fun. So I'm going to try installing a regular Game Boy Advance game. I'm going to put a very weird game. I have no idea what the name of this game is. It's one from Japan. Now, one thing you'll notice on the DS Lite is that the cartridge actually sticks out of the system, so because of the reduced size of the chassis. So this one has a little trouble reading the games. It's probably dirty. Let's give it a go and see if it lets me choose it. There we go. Game Boy Advance game. The last of my DS's is the DSi. This system was released in 2009. They reduced the size again. They also reduced the battery capacity, so it doesn't have as long of a life as the DS Lite. The DSi has 4 times the RAM and a CPU that runs twice as fast as the original Game Boy DS's. It offers 2 640 by 480 resolution cameras, one here at the top of the lid and one here on the inside of the case. It also, if we take a look at the side here, we've got ourselves an SD card reader now. So we can actually install SD cards and use that for storing videos and different things like that. Probably put music on it. Here's our stylus holder, the side. We have our shoulder buttons. We've got our cartridge port, wrist strap holder, and our power. Here's our volume along there. And one thing you'll notice at the front, they've removed the Game Boy Advanced cartridge port. There are a few DS games that use the Game Boy Advanced cartridge port. Those won't be compatible, but other than that, it's pretty much compatible with all the DS games. So this system, I'm going to turn it on. It works well, but we've got a crack on the screen, so you can't see there. My son's a little hard on his things, so this one got a little beat up. I don't have any games installed right now, so we'll fix that. So the only DSi game that I have is this game Flaw. Kind of interesting. It's a augmented reality game, probably one of the earlier augmented reality games where you kind of walk around your house or your room and monsters show up and you've got to shoot them. I've never played this game. My son played with it, but I think the fun factor wears off really quickly on this one. But let's go ahead and grab Flaw and we'll put this game inside the DSi. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. Start. Kill all enemies. Sure. Do I have here? I don't see them. Oh. Wow, that was fun. Stupid. So one thing to point out about the DS is the size of the cartridge. It's very small, so making it extremely easy to lose. You know, back in the old days with my Atari, I never lost a cartridge. These are a little bit, you know, a little on the small side, but not too bad. You can stick this in your pocket. But these guys, all these games here, the cartridges are gone. My kids have long lost them. And at like 35 bucks a piece, 40 bucks, I mean, that's a lot of money that you're losing. So all of these are just empty cases. There's no games. Now, the game collection that we do have is, you know, it's kind of decent. Nintendo games aren't really my favorite, but there's a few here that maybe one of these days I'd like to play. Starting with Solar Fox. This is a game that I'd like to give a shot. And the Spider-Man games. They look pretty cool. And all these Lego games, I've never really played them, but they do look pretty neat. As you can see, my son was really into the Star Wars. This is a game we bought thinking, hey, it'll make our children smart. I think it worked, not exactly sure. We have some more games over here. Let's see, we've got Mario DS. One thing that's kind of cool is I've got the North American release of Mario DS, and we also have the Japanese release. Now, we don't have the Japanese cartridge, it's been long gone, but we do have the cartridge for the DS, which is kind of nice. This is a really neat little game called Scribblenauts. Lots of fun, puzzle game. My son actually did finish this game, so I guess Big Brain Academy worked. Here we've got Super Mario DS, Super Mario 64 DS. This is a game that I would kind of like to play sometime because when the Nintendo 64 came out, I thought that was a pretty cool system. And this is just kind of a miniaturized form of it. Here we got a couple of pets games, Nintendogs and Tigers. I don't know if there's much of a game here, but looks kind of interesting. Don't know what kind of dogs we got there, but maybe someday I'll give those a try. And here's the last of the collection of games that I've got here, or at least what I would consider to be halfway decent games. We've got Star Wars Battlefront. Looks like a lot of fun. This Blades of Thunder 2. Nice little combat simulator. This one I have to try out sometime. Got Turtles, Ninja Turtles here, and another Star Wars, Clone Wars game, and another Legos game, a Batman Legos game. At one time, my son did have the Indiana Jones Lego game, but unfortunately, that cartridge is long gone. As you can see, nothing there. Do have the instruction manual. Here's a few games that I really have no interest in playing at all. Let's take a look here. We've got Pet Shop, little Pet Shop, probably never play that. I definitely don't ever want to play a Pokemon game. Can't see the lure there. Got Kirby game. Again, this is probably a game that I will never play. And another Pokemon game, Pokemon Ranger. And Cake Mama. Sorry, just don't have a lot of interest in that. I've got some loose cartridges here as well. We've got Pokemon White. I'll never play with that. And we've got a Spider-Man game. Now this one's actually kind of cool. I can't really see which one it is, but yeah, it's a Spider-Man game. So probably play with that sometime. Here's a couple more loose games. Got a Dragonology. This is your typical Nintendo style game where you just kind of keep beating A button as you're reading through the adventure. Looks kind of cool, but I'll probably never play with that one either, so I'll just throw it over in that pile. Got a Tonka game here for the Game Boy Advance. A Dora Super Spies game, again for the Game Boy Advance. This one here, not sure what this is. Japanese release for the Game Boy Advance. I think it's probably a pretty decent game. Of course, there's one way to find out. Stick it in the old Nintendo DS. And let's see if it'll power up. Like I said, I do like the location of that power button. I think that's an improvement. Some of these DS games are a little bit on the old side, so I think they get dirty. Screen, start Game Boy Advance game. Alright. Oh, I have no idea what this is. I tried playing with this. It's weird. I have no idea what it's doing. Oh, there we go. Well, I can punch. And I can jump. Very Japanese game. If anybody knows the title of that game, put it down in the comments below. I'll even be nice and pull it out here. Let's take a look. Sorry folks, I can't read that. I have no idea what it says. Kind of interesting. This one I showed a little bit early on the DS Lite. This is just one weird game. And I think, let's take a look. Is this Mario Brothers or Super Mario? Can't really tell. Or yeah, Super Mario Brothers. This is a good one. Definitely worth playing. You can really see the difference in the contrast levels on this. So that's pretty much it for my DS collection. Out of all these systems, I really think this one's really cool. It's really neat. This one's a little bit rough. It's seen some better days. Really got played hard. I have to say that I am completely impressed with the quality of these games, these game systems. This one particularly. This thing is dates back to 2004 and 2005 time frame. It's been played with really hard. The battery still works beautifully. I have not charged these systems for a number of years. They've just been sitting in the box and they still all have pretty much a full charge. So, kudos to Nintendo for making such a wonderful game system. So that's all I've got for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope I see you again some other time. Take care for now. Bye.